Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. I hope you're having a great day. There's a lot going on. I know I missed yesterday, but since yesterday, here's what I've been doing research on. I've been noticing that Africa and Latin America have had the biggest upticks in adoption, right? They're leading the way. So when you look at emerging economies, they really are emerging. Like really. A lot of deals going on. Here are two examples. XP, and which is Latin America's largest brokerage, launched their crypto services, and BTG Pactual, the Latin America's largest bank, has launched their crypto services. So when I look at that, I'm kind of like, yeah, there are a lot of deals going on in Latin America and Africa, and there are a lot of implementations, meaning bringing crypto directly to the masses. So that's a very big deal when it comes to, crypto adoption. So when you look at some of these developed nations and how they're doing things, I look at some of these emerging, economies, and I sit there and I kind of go, they're starting to catch up. I think maybe third world country term might need to go away. Just saying. So then you have the Federal Reserve in a major move finally coming out with guidelines for crypto companies to achieve major account status. That's actually a big deal because that's where all of the transactions happen. That's what happens when they close the books every day. That's what happens when they open the books every day. So right now, all those companies have to go through a third party, go through a master account holder versus being their own master accounts holder. So that means that transactions take longer, cost more. So now that there are guidelines, I'm expecting there to be some major crypto companies that are actually going to achieve that account status and be able to step up their game. Hopefully there aren't too many hoops to jump through and nothing extra being thrown at the space. And I think the reason why the Federal Reserve has been dragging their feet is because they're really considering implementing a CBDC. Also interesting, but I still kind of question the idea, right? WazirX, Lord of mercy, these guys can't get out of their own way. Just how much trouble are they in, right? So just recently, they've been hit with all kinds of money laundering, allegations, being investigated by India. And guess what? India found another instance of money laundering, alleged money laundering for $130 million that they're also going to investigate WazirX in. That is more than a big deal. And notice how the word Binance has slowly drifted away. Very interesting there. Now, if I am Mike Novogratz and I'm looking at, BitGo, they were looking, Mike Novogratz's Galaxy Digital was supposed to merge or buy BitGo and ask them to extend the time frame of the purchase, blah, blah, blah. They attached a $100 million termination fee to it. Well, as you know, a few days ago, I said that, Galaxy Digital reported big time losses. What was it? $500 million, something like that. I forget the exact number. Let's look at my old videos and you'll see it, like only a few days ago. Well, guess what? They terminated and didn't pay the termination fee. So BitGo has hired legal representation and they're going to go after Galaxy Digital for that $100 million. What I'm expecting is this is a kind of negotiation tactic on the side of Galaxy Digital, because I really don't expect BitGo to get that $100 million. I expect them to get a percentage of that $100 million. But wow, you wanted the deal, and then you didn't want the deal. You shouldn't have put that number on there. You had to have known back then that, things were not going quite as well as you thought, and you were going to have to come up with that $100 million. You would have thought that bad press, you might want to avoid it by maybe going behind closed doors and negotiating a deal for termination instead of just, we're not going to buy you now, and just trying to walk away. Kind of Elon Muskish, right? Ugh, that's ugly. Cool news. Everybody started paying attention to the spike that Shiba had. And it's probably because they announced their metaverse. So they announced their metaverse before that they're working on one. Now they announced that they've named it, and it's called Shiba Eternity. Now, the next piece of news that's going to happen obviously in the future is going to be that they launch it. Remember I told you, I want you to pay attention to how companies, come out with news and what kind of news they come out with to see if it's going to feed in a little bit more, because with every drop comes a little bit of a spike. Sometimes that spike is not a spike, it's a rise, but you can, take advantage of even just a spike. Pay attention because the next one is going to be the launch. So, and I'm actually looking forward to it. I've seen pictures. It looks kind of cool, just saying. Gala is coming out with a new one, and their graphics, wow. So all I can say is wow. It's gonna be cool too. But looking at Shiba Inu, I think that's one announcement could be a very big deal. Crypto.com, they've been on a global compliance tour for a while. They hit Italy. They hit the Cayman Islands. They hit Cyprus. I think they hit the UAE. There are a couple of places that they've hit, demonstrating their level of compliance. Well, on the latest part of their tour, who they hit? The United Kingdom Financial Conduct Authority, or FCA, has given them approval. That makes them the second largest crypto exchange in the country to achieve that, behind Gemini. Now, stop and think about that. Really, they're smaller than Binance. They're smaller than they're not nearly the biggest in the world. But Gemini and Crypto.com have achieved that status in the UK. Didn't hear Coinbase, didn't hear Binance, didn't hear FTX. That's pretty cool. That is very, very, very cool. And I would assume that they're probably going to go on another, go to a few other countries and continue that compliance tour. That actually says a lot. It says that they're laying down a lot of solid framework to grow more. To say, hey, we're taking your regulations seriously. When you come out with new ones, we'll work them into our compliance framework and we will abide. That's what the message is sending. That's a pretty damn good message. They don't want any problems. I mean, if you look at them and you look at WazirX, I keep telling you, pay attention to these centralized exchanges. Some are making better moves than others. FTX is making good moves, not a lot of dirt about them. Crypto.com is making good news. Just when you look around, there are companies out there that are not getting in trouble and actually doing some positive things. Just saying. Anyway, let's look at the numbers because they're pretty interesting. Let me refresh that while I bring this over. Yeah, look at that transition. Let's see. So obviously Celsius network, yeah, of course you're down. But looking at the numbers right now, they're almost even. Right? I mean, if you look down the line, right there is the last time you see 6% down, and let's see who's over there. Monero, yeah, okay. Optimism is down 7%. Pocket Network is down 7%. Harmony is down 8%. Pretty interesting. Not huge moves, but pretty interesting. Who's up? Not really many are up, right? Right here is where you stop on the ups. And there's nobody here that I'm actually paying attention to, right? Everybody else is, just operating at, basically flat. Tezos is flat. DAO Maker is flat, DAO. Shiba Inu, flat, 2%. That's pretty doggone flat. But I'm expecting future news to also hit Shiba Inu. And depending on the timing, if there's, a group of cryptos that wind up hitting at the same time and bringing good news about the space, that's going to be huge. And the reason why I say so is, this is why. See that? 41. Again, achieving 41. Still fearful, but definitely closer to neutral. And when I sit there and I look at that, I go, yeah, there are a lot of things going on that could definitely point to, less fear. Why is there less fear, at least in the United States? Well, everybody's ragging on, the new act, the new Inflation Reduction Act that Biden signed. And I'm sitting back and I'm just going, I think people are screaming about the 15% minimum tax on corporations earning over $1 billion, right? That actually makes me feel good. The rest of the numbers, they'll work out. It is what it is. It's not meant to change the world. It's meant to make incremental changes across several different areas, sustainable energy, that kind of thing. So I'm all right with that. I'm really all right with, corporations being held to paying some kind of tax. Just saying. If a corporation, corporations are paying 15%, secretaries shouldn't be paying 30, 40, 50. Just saying. But that says that the market to me sounds like we're either in a recession, approaching a recession, but it's not as hard hitting as what people are thinking. Now we'll see as time goes on this year. I'm expecting people to default on loans, have trouble paying back their credit cards, have auto repossessions happen, because I'm starting to see cars come on the market that you would not expect. Mercedes-Benz with low mileage. I'm talking about less than 20,000 miles on them. So you start to realize, the economy, the reason why you had those leases from way before, people weren't going anywhere, less mileage. But it also means it's going to make it hard for new car sales to happen. They're going to have to come up with deals if they want to sell the new cars versus used and repoed cars. Just saying, those are all things that affect the economy. Food prices are coming down, energy prices are coming down, just more things to pay attention to as you look at that. When I look at Bitcoin, I'm saying, okay, so here's my outer band, the ones in blue, right? And I have my inner band in green. Bitcoin is still playing above my blue band, right? So I'm paying attention to that because I'm trying to see, well, can we maintain above 23,000? So far, yep, we have, right? Look at Bitcoin at 23,626. It's been on a steady decline, but I sit there and I kind of go, that's all right. It's a buying opportunity. Just like Ethereum, buying opportunity. I don't think there are going to be much more of those before the merge for Ethereum. I really don't. So what am I doing? You know what I'm doing. That's right. DCA. It's my friend. I'm looking at it because all of the coins out there are nowhere near their all-time highs. That means we have a long way to go before they achieve that again. It doesn't mean that, it'll be years down the road. I think it'll be within the next 2 years. You'll see those highs again, most likely within the next year. That said, still an opportunity to get in, still an opportunity to make the right investments and earn some additional money. Right? I mean, some of the money that you can make is higher than what you'll ever make at a bank. Just pay attention to that as you look forward to things. So looking at the list, my favorites list, yeah, okay. I'm seeing a lot of reds, straight down the line, seeing a lot of reds. But look at Shiba Inu. Okay, past 30 days, up 43%. 90 days, 38%. I'm just saying, that's a lot of green. That's actually making me feel pretty happy at the moment. I am in the black on Shiba Inu because we bought a really long time ago. But I'm still looking at other coins that, aren't really there yet. Where's Flow? There's Flow. Flow hasn't been doing so great. 30 days at 55%, okay, fine, but it's down at the 260. Remember I told you guys I bought at 260? I'm expecting it to go lower. I'm expecting it to hit like 240 because there's no other news. And they're not the only ones in bed with Meta. So is Polygon. So I need to see something else happen with Flow. They haven't had any news since then. They need to do something, make a move. Other than that, I'm actually pretty happy with the coin, and I do think it has a future. All right. This is Eddie J on Crypto. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and absolutely hit the notification bell so you know the next time I drop a video. I'm just sharing my journey with you, me and my kids' journey as we, do our research and figure out what we want to do with our money. All right. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.